Good afternoon, everyone. In the last lecture, we studied DNA transcription. Today, we discuss about the next subtopic, that is genetic code in molecular basis of inheritance. DNA is a director or a master molecule of a cell that initiates, guides, regulates, and controls the process of protein synthesis. According to the central dogma, information flows from DNA to messenger RNA and from messenger RNA to amino acids for protein synthesis. Already we discussed about the replication and transcription. During replication and transcription, a nucleic acid is copied to form another nucleic acid. That means in replication, DNA is copied to form another DNA, while during transcription, one strand of DNA is copied to form messenger RNA. These two processes are based on complementarity principle. But during translation, genetic information is transferred from a polymer of nucleotides, that means from messenger RNA to a polymer of amino acid. Hence, complementary principle does not exist in translation. According to Francis Crick, this information is stored in the form of coded language, and this coded language is termed as genetic code. DNA carries this genetic code, and the genetic code contains code words which are called as the codons. Now we see what is this codon. Sequence of 3 consecutive bases on messenger RNA. You can see here there is a group of 3 nitrogen bases ATG on messenger RNA together forms a one codon, and it codes for a one amino acid. Okay, you can see here there are 3 codons present on messenger RNA, ATG, second one is CTA, and next GGC. These 3 different codons code for 3 different amino acids, and that's why genetic code is called as a collection of base sequences. That means genetic code contains number of codons or collection of number of codons that could direct the sequence of amino acids during protein synthesis. During protein synthesis, further these amino acids are joined by a peptide bond to develop a polypeptide chain. And in this way, genetic code is a collection of base sequences or codons that could direct the sequence of amino acids during protein synthesis. Okay, there are 20 different types of amino acids involved in the process of protein synthesis. This codon is made up of 3 nitrogen bases, so it is termed as a triplet codon. And this triplet codon codes for each amino acid. Now we see here the discovery of triplet codon. Very first, George Gamow in 1954 suggested the triplet codon concept. Here he used concept of permutation and combination, and first he assumed a singlet codon. The singlet codon contained only one nitrogen base in each codon. There are 4 different nitrogen bases present in the RNA, which are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil. And from these 4 nitrogen bases, 4 codons developed. And these 4 codons code for only 4 amino acids, but our requirement is of 20 codons. So the first assumption was ruled out. Then further, he assumed doublet codon, where two nitrogen bases codes for one amino acid. That means each codon contains two nitrogen bases. That means here multiplied these nitrogen bases 2 times, 4 into 4. Here 16 codons developed, but these 16 codons could code for only 16 amino acids and which were not sufficient. So further, he combined 3 nitrogen bases and called it triplet codon. These 3 nitrogen bases codes for one amino acid. That means each codon contained 3 nitrogen bases. Here he multiplied nitrogen bases 3 times, 4 into 4 into 4, and here he developed a 64 codons. These 64 codons can easily code for 20 amino acids, and from this he suggested a concept of triplet codon. Here you can see in this diagram the 3 nitrogen bases GUC together forms a one codon, and this is called as a triplet codon. In the second case also you can see here AGU, this together form another codon which is a triplet codon. Number of scientists contributed in the discovery of triplet codon. Here first, it was first evidenced by a Francis Crick in 1961 using a frameshift mutation. What is this frameshift mutation? We study in detail when we study the relation between the mutation and the genetic code. Now just you remember, during frameshift mutation there is addition, that means insertion, or deletion of one or more nitrogen bases or one or more nucleotides. Then the next scientist, M. Nirenberg and Mathai, cracked the first code, and that was UUU, by synthesizing artificial messenger RNA which contained only one type of nitrogen base, and that was uracil. By using only uracil, here they prepared a artificial messenger RNA, and they called it as a homopolymer because it contained only one nitrogen base, and that was uracil. This UUU codon codes for phenylalanine amino acid. So further they prepared a small peptide molecule of phenylalanine. Then the next scientist, Dr. Hargobind Khorana, artificially synthesized messenger RNA with repeated sequences of non-nucleotides from synthetic DNA, which were CUC, UCU, CUC, UCU. The CUC codon codes for leucine amino acid, while the UCU codon codes for serine amino acids. And from this artificially prepared messenger RNA, they developed or prepared a polypeptide chain with alternate 2 amino acids, and which were leucine and serine. The last, Severo Okoye, established enzymatic synthesis of RNA by a polynucleotide phosphorylase enzyme. In this way, these scientists also contributed in the discovery of triplet codon. We know there are 20 amino acids which involved in the protein synthesis. Here we see the list of these amino acids, and along with the names, here the abbreviations or the short forms of each amino acid given, and this chart will be helpful in understanding the translation. First is alanine amino acid, which is denoted by ALA. Second, arginine, and its abbreviation is ARG. Next, asparagine. Here it is denoted by ASN. Then aspartic acid, ASP, cysteine, CYS, glutamic acid, GLU, glutamine, GLN, glycine, GLY, histidine, HIS, next isoleucine, ILE, then leucine, LEU, lysine, LYS, methionine, MET, phenylalanine, PHE, then proline, PRO, next one serine, SER, then threonine, THR, tryptophan, TRP, tyrosine, TYR, and last one is valine, VAL. Now we discuss about the dictionary of genetic code and how to develop this dictionary of genetic code. There are 64 codons present in the dictionary of genetic code, and from these 64 codons, 61 codons code for 20 amino acids, while remaining 3 codons, which are UAA, UAG and UGA, these 3 codons do not code for any amino acids, but these 3 codons stop or terminate the synthesis of polypeptide chain during protein synthesis. That's why these 3 codons are termed as the stop codons or terminator codons. First, this UAA stop codon is also called as OCRE. Second, UAG stop codon is termed as UMBER, and this UGA is called OPAL. In this way, there are 3 terminating or stop codons present in the dictionary of genetic code. There is only one initiation codon is present, that is AUG. This AUG acts as the initiation codon. It initiates the synthesis of polypeptide chain. Along with this AUG also codes for methionine amino acid. Very rarely, the GUG codon also acts as an initiation codon. Okay. Now we see how to develop this dictionary of genetic code. There are 4 nitrogen bases present in the RNA, and which are uracil, cytosine, adenine and guanine. Here each codon contains 3 nitrogen bases. So first you supposed to draw a checkerboard having 4 columns and then place 4 nitrogen bases 3 times at different places. Here first the 4 nitrogen bases are placed on the left side of the checkerboard, and this entire column represents a first letter. Then the next 4 nitrogen bases of RNA are placed at the top of the checkerboard, and this column represents second letter. And at last, here on the right side of the checkerboard, here the one more column is placed and which represents third letter. You can see the difference between the placing of these nitrogen bases in first, second and third letter. In case of first letter column and second letter column, a single nitrogen base present in each column or beside each box. Okay, here also in the second letter column also one nitrogen base is placed beside each box, but here in the third letter column all 4 nitrogen bases are placed beside each column or each box. Okay, this way you have to make arrangement And one more thing, while placing these 4 nitrogen bases, you have to follow this sequence. That means first you're supposed to place uracil, then cytosine, adenine and guanine. This sequence you have to follow while placing the nitrogen bases. And how to remember this? Just you can remember it as like a UCAG. That way you can remember how to place the nitrogen bases in a right manner. Okay, now we see how to develop these codons. This left hand side column represents first letter. So take a first nitrogen base from this column, U. Then the second letter comes from the upper column, which represented a second letter. This U comes from the upper column, and then the third letter column, here take first letter or a first nitrogen base from the third letter column. This is U. In this way, here we got U, U, U. This is a triplet codon which codes for phenylalanine amino acid. Next codon you can develop by using the same or by following the same sequence. This U from the first letter column, second U from the second letter column, and the third, this C, third nitrogen base from the second cytosine from the third letter column. This second alphabet we have to take here. This is C. In this way, we got here the U, C, C. This U, and this second C. U, U, C. This codon codes for phenylalanine. Same way, the third codon we get, take first letter U, second letter U, and this third A from the third letter column, UAA. Now the fourth codon, U from first letter column, this U from the second letter column, and this G from the third letter column. Here we have taken the last alphabet, that is G, UUG. And in this way, 4 codons are developed. First 2 codons, UUU, UUC, these 2 codons code for phenylalanine amino acid, while the remaining 2 codons, UUA, UUG, these 2 codons code for leucine amino acid. If you observe all these 4 codons, you can see there is a similarity between all these 4 codons. The first 2 letters or the first 2 nitrogen bases are common in all 4 codons. Only these codons differ in the last letter or a last nitrogen base, and this is called as the Obel hypothesis. This last nitrogen base does not affect the action of these codons. That is a Obel hypothesis. Now we move to the next column. Here you can see again 4 codons can be developed by using or by following the same sequence. Here take U from the first letter column, U. Now here we have shifted to the next column. So here we take the C alphabet or a C nitrogen base from the second letter column. Okay. And the third letter from the third letter column, the first letter we take here, that is U. In this way, UCU, this codon develops. Now the next, U from the first letter column, now C from the second letter column, and this second C from the third letter column. Here it forms UCC. Now third codon, U from the first letter column, then second letter we get from the second letter column, this C, and third A from the third letter column, that is A, UCA. In the fourth case, first letter U, now the second letter this C, and the last letter G from the third letter column. In this way, it forms a UCG codon. and all these 4 codons code for serine amino acid. Here also you can see the first two nitrogen bases are common in all the codons. Okay, in this way you can develop the entire dictionary of genetic code, but just you have to follow this sequence while placing the nitrogen bases. You have to follow this sequence, that is UCAG. Okay, in this way you can develop the dictionary of genetic code. And here in this dictionary you can see the abbreviations of all the amino acids are written, and so by using this you can remember all the codons and the specific amino acids which are specified by that codons. Okay, here we are finished with the dictionary of genetic code. Here we stop. In the next lecture we study the properties of genetic code.